210. Hey there, and welcome to Trivia Ronin. I'm your host, Douglas Lyle, and whether you're joining us live on Zoom or Twitch or after the fact on YouTube, welcome. We're happy to have you. Quick breakdown of the rules. 1, we're honor code here. You keep your own score. Feel free to cheat. You get nothing. 2, after each question, you'll get 45 seconds to answer. Absolutely do not show your answer until the time is up. And 3, if you're watching on Twitch, due to the delay, drop your answer in the chat around 10 seconds left. That'll line up with us live. Tonight, there are 30 questions, 1 point each, and a story question at the end worth 10 points for a total of 40 points. Let's play Trivia Ronin. Question 1. By the way, Wayla's very different this week. You're going to have to figure out the tie between each thing. We'll go over that later, but that's, like a half hour away. Question 1. Who wrote and directed the 1986 film Platoon? 45 seconds on the clock. Who wrote and directed the 1986 film Platoon? I can't believe it was 1986. I feel like it's like a 1979 movie. I know it's not because it says it in the question. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, so that's the difference between Platoon and the Warriors and nothing else. Just the year it came out. The Warriors came out to play in 1979. Oliver Stone, guys, the answer is Oliver Stone. Guys, everybody, Oliver Stone's the answer. You all did it. I'm so proud of all of you. Question 2. Of the primary colors, what is the rarest affected by color blindness? 45 seconds. Got a 1 in 3 chance. Of the primary colors, what's the rarest affected by color blindness? Hey, QVC, welcome. Yes. Haha. Is it working? Are you dumber? Okay, that's harsh for no reason. Let's see your answers. We got red, we got green. The answer is blue. Blue is your answer, guys. Blue. Question 3. True or false, the Doppler effect applies to light? 45 seconds. True or false, the Doppler effect applies to light? Who wants a half point to read the next question? Sarah's got it. Said everyone on the call looks dumber. Where? Who says that? Who goes out of their way? 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. We got false, 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 as is typically the case when I say one first. It's the other one. True. It also... It's not only, but it does also apply to light. Apply to light. True is the answer. Question 4, Sarah, go. Oh, no. The 45 seconds on the clock. Hey, by the way, big round of applause for that read. Guys, man. In which 1970... Thank you very much, Sarah. In which 1973 film does Yul Brynner play a robotic cowboy who malfunctions and goes on a killing spree? 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Space Cowboy. Some people call him that. Westworld is correct. Wow, I'm surprised so many people got Westworld. Westworld, guys. Good job. Bravo. I was fully expecting not so many people to get that one. I thought that might be one I had to go, no, guys, it's Westworld because everyone on Twitch? Okay. Maybe I just don't know that movie very well. Question 5, the humerus, paired radius, and ulna come together to form what joint? Hope I asked that question correctly. Came correct. George, you get this one? Oh, yeah. Well, he's a trainer, so. Humerus, paired radius, and ulna come together to form what joint? 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah. Elbow funny is correct. Yep, elbow. Who wants a half point? Chris, you had your hand up. You want it? Get it. How many dice are used in the game of Yahtzee? Thank you very much, Chris. Solid read. Give yourself a half a point. Did we just lose somebody? Who'd we lose? We lost somebody. Everything switched up on my screen. Or maybe not. I don't know. How many dice are there in a game of Yahtzee? Everybody on Twitch, you're just all sharing correct answers. Nobody's separating from one another. I have to ask harder questions, I guess. Two, 1, 0. Five, 2, 3, 5, 5, 6, 5 is our answer. It is 5. Where's my next question? Oh, there it is. Guys, it was 5 the whole time. Question 7, within 1 minute. Let's see who can get this one. How long does it take for light to travel from our sun to the earth? Within 1 minute. It's a famous thing, Alex. Don't look at me like that. People know this. Just let's move beyond the argument. You give me the bird and we move on. Within 1 minute, how many of those minutes does it take for light to travel from the sun to Earth? Also, I suspect that long to travel from Earth to the sun. Rarely do we ask that question. Three, 2, 1, 0. 525,600 minutes is also a solid point. It is 8 minutes, so 7 to 9 works. 8 minutes. Question 8, coming up on the end of round 1 already. In what it takes about the same. Why do I say already? It takes like the same amount of time. In what movie did the lead spend over 23 years on Miller's Planet? I asked a question about this movie last week too. So it should be fresh in your memory. What movie did the lead, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Yeah. Did the lead spend over 23 years on Miller's Planet? Good job, Pound. Good job, Harry. Three, two, one, zero. Great guess. John Carter of Miller. Dune. Logan's Run. Interstellar is the answer we were looking for. Interstellar. And question 9, true or false, Neanderthals were a direct ancestor of modern humans? Basically, I feel like I went back and forth between movies and science, and then sometimes science movies. Neanderthals were a direct ancestor of modern humans. Three, two, one, zero. Got false, 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 true, 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 false. Some of you is correct. False. Except, I guess they did breed a little bit. So maybe I guess you could kind of say some of you. But I'm gonna make this one a 2-pointer for the fuck of it. Finish the first round strong. What's Scooby-Doo's real name? His long name. The long version of his first name. Emily, you seem pretty sure of that. Well, if you argue with me, you win, so go ahead and argue. Does anybody know this one for 2 points? They said it in the movies and the cartoon many times. All right, guys, what do we got? Scooby-Dooby-Doo, 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 Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you, Scooby-Dooby-Doo? The answer is Scoobert Doo. His name is Scoobert Doo. Starting up round 2. Okay, we've got a couple people with hands above their head. If you didn't hear, I'm giving 2 points to anybody who keeps a hand over their head this entire round. So, that's, if you're looking for 2, you get it. Question 1 of round 2. Only 3 people participating. Within 1, how many rooms are there, not including the hallways and set of stairs, in the board game Clue? With it, I also resting it on your head, I will accept. You don't have to keep it over your head if you're resting it on your head. I'm fine with that. Within 1, how many rooms are there, not including the hallways and set of stairs in the board game Clue? 45 seconds on to our clock. Within 1. I can do that. Are you asking me to do that? Is there an argument for it? I was trying to make it also like Twitch, and sometimes I comment on the music. Do you find it distracting, or do you just not like the music? Okay. Who, without raising your hand that's already raised, who agrees that we should, I'll make it a democratic thing. Does anybody else think music no? Okay. Wow, it's half and half. All right, give me a second. I'll decide. Well, see, on Twitch, they're like, the music's fine. Now I don't know what to think. I can switch over to the Yeti, no problem. We can do that. Sorry, I couldn't hear you, bud. What was that? No, I know. I can. That's just. All right, let's see your answers, and then I will, as the lord of this universe, make up my mind. The answer is. It is. Oh God. The answer is false. The answer is. He said dragging. I'm so sorry, guys. I got into this argument about music. The answer is 9. 8 to 10 is the answer. 9. Dopeness will. I'll work on that too. All right. I love that you say you'll like the music if it's different. Question 2. Who was Sugar in Some Like It Hot? Who played Sugar in Some Like It Hot? 45 seconds. How do we feel about that? That a lot better? Okay. Yeah. And Julia fucks off. She's like, no. The music or nothing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do we got? That actress from Some Like It Hot. That is true. I can't argue it. The answer is Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson. Doug just gave you the answer accidentally. Marilyn Manson. True or false? Shrimp can swim backward. I'll give you 5 seconds to write it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is true. Wow. That was like a clean sweep for you guys. Good work. I think most of you would have gotten that one anyway. Yes. As long as a hand is over your head, I'm fine with it. Doesn't have to be the same hand. I can still see. As an omnipotent being, I can see just fine. So, man, I bet your shoulder got a real rest. Everybody shut up. What's the scientific name of the kneecap? 45 seconds. Now keep talking. What's the scientific name of the kneecap? Probably I'm wrong on this, but it was the answer I found. What is the scientific name of the kneecap? Oh, that QVC. It took me a while to figure out what you were saying, but yeah, fun. Short stuff. Let's see it. It is the patella. Guys, it's the patella. Question 5. God, I'm watching your hands more than I'm watching my questions right now, and it's fucking me up. Who played Batman in the 1997 film Batman and Robin? Batman 2, Batman and Robin. 25 seconds. Who played Batman in the 1997 film Batman and Robin? No, in fact, I had all my questions written. So you guys, if you don't know, we're doing superhero trivia next Wednesday for Superhero Day. I don't know if I sent all of you the banner thing for it, but if I haven't, I'll send it. It's Superhero Day, so it's all superhero trivia next Wednesday for Matt. And Sarah said you have to do a Batman Returns question, or at least several of them. Yeah, Batman Forever. Forever do questions about Batman Returns. Let's see it. Yeah, Bruce Wayne and George Clooney is correct. George Terwilliger Clooney. It is not Michael Keaton. Debbie, you should know better. You lose a point. I just took a point from my mom. Oh, yeah, no, I heard he was going to redo Batman. I just didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't realize it was in the new Flash. Question 6. How many points is the Z tile worth in Scrabble? 45 seconds. Question 6. How many points is the Z tile worth in Scrabble? It's the largest points you can get. I think it might even share it with Q. I can't remember. But if my mom is on Twitch right now, she might be the only person I know who will for sure get this right. That's where I get my mastery of language. My mastery of anguish. Alex's hands are below her head. Oh. Ooh. Zero, let's see him. Question, it is 10. 10 is the answer. And question 7. The Big Bang Theory was first theorized. I don't know why I put that in. I guess it's still quote. Anyway, the Big Bang Theory was first theorized by a religious leader of what religious ideology? Yes, obviously. The idea of bringing Jim Parsons into your TV screen for 10 seasons was a religious leader of what religious ideology? I'm joking. The Theory. You silly goose. I'm still peeking. I can't get my mic right now that I put all these filters on it so I could play it on Zoom. Man, this would be the worst time to have a question. I'm okay with it. She seemed not okay with it. Let's see it. What do we got? Polygamy, hey-o. Christianity, Jesuit. Buddhism, the answer is Catholicism, Catholic. We were looking for Catholic. I think, yeah, that's religion. That's religion in a nutshell. They're all pretty much God fucked Mary. Question 8. What are the names of Star Wars episodes 1 and 4? What are the names of the Star Wars episodes 1 and 4? Oh, 45 seconds. Start, please. Thank you. Existentialism's fun. I wish that was the answer, Emily. No, this is 1 point for getting both. Did you only have one of them? Okay. Good. I think they are trivia name worthy. I think they're not quite the most known and not quite the least known names. Let's see them. We are looking for A New Hope and Phantom Menace. Or not in that order. Phantom Menace and A New Hope. Phantom Menace, A New Hope. Question 9. Who wants it for a half point? Bud got his hand up for someone who hadn't yet read. Go ahead, Bud. You got it? In Rick and Morty, big round. Look at that read. Man, that's solid. That's just a solid read. In Rick and Morty, what catchphrase translates to "I am in great pain, please help me, 45 seconds"? Thank you very much, Pud. You lost someone. Good riddance. Oh, George is back. Good riddance. They're a team again. Ready to come back. Comeback trail. Hand transition, Sarah. Why? Zero. What do we got? Pickle Rick. No. Yep. Does anybody want to do an impression for a half a point? First one. Good. Oh, Pud got it. I'll give a half point if anyone else wants to do it. Okay. I just want people around the city yelling "wubba lubba dub dub." Well done. And Cyrus, you were absolutely correct. You don't have to do a good impression to do an impression. But you are a bad person. Question 10. Who was Simba's mom? What was Simba's mom's name in The Lion King? Up on the end of the round, Sarah and Pud, don't screw up now. You're so close to 2 points. Oh, Pound, I'm sorry you were losing that. Or that you lost the perfect. I hope you get it back on this one. Your answers. Seth Run. That's pretty great. So close. Nairobi is not it. Mrs. King, Kira, Karen, Sarabi is correct. Sarabi.
Disney princesses, things you can stick up your ass that are nutritious, and Black history.
Hey there, and welcome to Trivia Ronin.
Welcome to Trivia Ronin.
And welcome to Trivia Ronin.
Welcome to Trivia Ronin.
Welcome to Trivia Ronin.
Welcome to Trivia Ronin.
I'm your host, Douglas Larlam, and I'm not wearing pants.
As of August 2019, what is the top grossing film to hold an MPAA rating of G?
It's gonna be a nice, quiet, intimate show.
She murders deaf children right after they get cochlear implants.
Don't ever forget I can kill people I think about.
We make up for it by being less creepy than Drew Carey.
Shit's going down on Twitch.
It's like 4 dementia movies. I wanted to watch them, but I forgot. Remember movies in theaters when they made money? That was the thing.
I'll make love to you.
Am I supposed to wait?
Saturday night and you're on Twitch during a pandemic. If you're not drinking, you're doing it wrong.
It's a cat toy on a reusable straw.
Fuck with that algorithm.
This is Doug's tie, by the way.
You almost don't need a gunshot to die.
Doug, you think we'll get a lawsuit out of this one?
I don't care.
Don't fuck this up, McNelly.
If you guys were just fucking dumb, I'd be better at this as a host.
It was Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4. That came out in 2019. When was that?
Let's play Wayla! What film is this a picture for? You don't have to know. I mean, you do have to know it, but to get the other points, the 3 points at the end, you just got to know the tie between this and the second picture. But for 45 seconds, you got to give me this film. This is for 1 point right now. Pound, I got the J&J, and I found to reduce the effects, I just clot right where the shot goes in. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. What film is this? Oh, it's not Snatch. It's Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. It's the first one. Okay, so the second one, you're going to write down two things. The answer, what you're looking at, and how, like, the tie. All right? What actor is this? Starting out easier with the ties, but maybe not easier with the answers. What is this actor's name? 30 seconds. Nobody on Twitch knew Lockstock. Maybe I lost all the people. I went from 19 viewers to 12 viewers during that break, so maybe I just lost everyone. Harry, you nailed it. Good job, man. 3, 2, 1, 0. Some British cunt is correct. Snaggletooth Man, yes. Vinnie Jones, and yes, they were in the same movie. That's for 2 points. Both in Lockstock. Next. Those are each worth separate points, so you can say they were in the same movie and not know the actor's name. What character is this? Hey, Tara, welcome. Have fun at the party. Yes, all of them will have a tie to the last picture. I think the ties get harder. Hey, Kimchi. Welcome. 3, 2, 1. This is Juggernaut, and he was played in an X-Men movie by Vinnie Jones. And he said, "I'm the Juggernaut bitch," because that was all the rage for a while. Next. Who is this? 45 seconds. Oh my God, George, you got this? Oh my God, he does have it. I just read his lips as he was saying it. Jasper has it. Seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Yep. Caitlyn Jenner, who was an X-Man. Just like Juggernaut was in X-Men, X-Man. Uh, 45 seconds. Who is this? I would say probably the darling of the 1984 Olympics, I guess. Harry, don't you threaten us. 210. Yep. Yep. Olympic athlete, medalist, gold medalist, Olympic athlete. This is Mary Lou Retton. Mary Lou Retton. What TV show is this? Medalist or gold medalist or Olympic athlete. QVC, I don't get that. I wish I did. I don't know enough about pop culture, I think, to understand that reference. Three, two, 1, 0. It is Lucifer, Mary Lou Retton. We were looking for Lou to be the tie-in. This is Lucifer and Mary Lou Retton. Good job. I think this is a big round for George and Alex. Making a lot of moves. What? Yeah, what movie? Sorry, what movie? I had to think of the tie. What movie? Just guessing 1992. A point for each. Yeah. Yep. At the end, I was saying get them all right, and I was going to give you 3 points at the end, but everyone was doing it for each one, so now I switched it to a point for everyone. Three, two, 1, 0. Yep. Fern Gully and Lucifer and Fern Gully are sharing the fur. That is the answer. Who is this? George, you guys are a use toilet paper to blow your nose family. Nice. Easier on the environment. Toilet paper nose people. Gonna be the title of your book one day. Hey! Harry, I know you think that. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, he voiced the bat. The dragon, I think you're thinking of Eddie Murphy from Mulan. He voiced the bat in Fern Gully. It's the same thing. It was a dragon bat. Who is this? 35 seconds. Actress, not character. Come on, Team Julia. One of you's got to get this. How old are you guys? Three, two, 1. Emily's on it. What do we got? Yep. That is Robin Givens, both Robins. Robin Givens, both Robins. And, oh, what was that? I feel like maybe don't worry about it. Because I'm worried about it a little. As the host of this, I'm a little worried. Hey, Julian, is that Swiss wine you're drinking? All right, I'm going to give you a half a point for not pretentiously being like Swiss wine's the best. I only drink Swiss wine. 3, 2, 1, 0. Yep. That is Mike Tyson, married to Robin Givens. Mike Tyson, married Robin Givens. That's the last one, right? They also, I mean, they did date. Yeah. I can't argue it. Yeah. I mean, they're both carbon-based. At some point, I'm going to not draw a line. I don't care. All right. That is, there we go. Stop sign. One really interesting thing about London for hundreds of years before this was that London had a smell. And we're going to talk about the smell of London. In the early 1800s, all of the human waste was going into these pits, these deep holes outside of homes, cesspits. And if they overflowed, they would go into these trenches that ran alongside the streets that were just dirt lined. So they would soak into the dirt. If that soaked into the dirt far enough, it would go into the nearby basements of homes. And it would create methane gas explosions, killing people. So they had to do something, but really it was only affecting poor people, so they weren't really all that motivated to do anything. If it didn't go soak into the dirt, it would actually make its way finally out to a larger body of water, that body of water being the Thames. The Thames is also where they get their drinking water at this time, so they were just flushing shit into their drinking water. Enter the first cholera outbreak in 1832. In 1848, they declared that all new homes had to have a flushing toilet. That sounds like great news. People were really excited about that. No one figured that would be a huge problem, but it was, because now it's not shitting in a bucket. Now it's a whole bunch of gallons of water going with it, and it's filling up these cesspits even more, and that's emptying out, overflowing even more, and that's getting into even more of even more water going into the Thames. And no one thought this was going to be a problem, and they went, well, shit, now we have to connect these cesspits to the sewer system, which is really just a rainwater catch. But that means every time it rains, all of the human waste that's in these sewers flushes into the Thames. It becomes even worse. Enter the cholera outbreaks of 1949 and 1954. The problem was they thought at this time all of the waste that they put in the Thames would just end up in the ocean. No harm, no foul. But it wasn't doing this, and nobody knew that. In 1855, a famous scientist at the time, walked by the river, cut up pieces of paper with a group of people there, and showed that if he soaked the paper so it would fall into the water and not lay on the top, it would be less than an inch underwater before it disappeared. That was to show how disgusting the water was, how murky and terrible the water was at this time. And he said, look, I've got some theories that this water's actually really bad. Parliament, you got to do something about this. And they said, who's it affecting? And he goes, mostly poor people. They said, okay, I think we're fine with it. And they didn't do anything about it. And he said, that's fine, but if there's ever a heat wave, boy, are you gonna be sorry. It's really, I know we get a lot of rain. I know it's not a particularly hot city, but it's gonna be bad. And they said, cool, we're fine with that. Enter 1858. There's very little water falling from the sky. It's a dry spell, and a heat wave hits at the same time. What they didn't realize was water was only flowing at the top surface because there was so much shit and other stuff in the Thames at this time that when the water level went down, it quit flowing. So it was just boiling, baking all of the junk that was in the Thames at this time, creating this putrid smell. They called it the Great Stink of 1858. And it was by all accounts terrible. It would make people vomit, and some people wrote in their journals the smell of vomit was a welcome respite from the smell of the city, the smell of the Thames at this time. People would puke towns over, miles and miles away, if the wind changed and all of a sudden they were getting that London smell in their town. At one point, Queen Victoria tried to take a cruise down the river, and she knew it was gonna smell, so she took a bouquet of flowers and just held it into her nose, hoping that would mask the smell. It did not. Within a couple of minutes, she left. It was terrible by all accounts. But at this time, doctors and scientists didn't believe the thing that was making them sick was the water. They believed in something called miasma, which is basically the smell is the thing that's making people sick. Cholera and typhoid, it's the smell. So what they did was poured a bunch of chloride of lime in the river to get rid of the smell. And it actually worked a little bit. The problem, that's poison. So they were just pouring poison on top of the problem. It wasn't until the very end of summer into the fall, when things got so warm and the water level got so low, that they actually could start to see all of what they were dumping into the river. Animal carcasses, all of the human waste, literally centuries of garbage that was just dropped into the river was all there, creating this ridiculous industrial waste, this ridiculous, terrible, and they finally saw the effects of what they had been doing. Still, Parliament didn't do anything. Parliament was like, who's it affecting? Poor people? We're fine with that. How many times do we have to tell you we don't care if poor people are dying? It wasn't until the end of 1858 when they moved from where they were, and I don't remember the name of that off the top of my head, to the palace at Westminster. We all know that's that big palace on the Thames that we think of when we think of Parliament. They moved there, and they were only there while they were working. They all lived outside of the city, but it took 18 days. The poor people had been dealing with this for 30 years. It took 18 days of them having to work in these conditions for them to say, this is unbearable. Nobody should have to work in these situations. And they passed a huge bill that was roughly $300 million of today's money, essentially $300 million bill to change the sewer system into one that could handle all of the waste and take it. They got a guy by the name of I gotta look. Damn it. Bazalgette. How could I forget that name? Joseph Bazalgette. And he was a city planner, and today he's known as the man who saved the city. He basically said, we're not going to dump it in the Thames, we're going to carry it for miles outside of the city along the Thames, and then dump it in the Thames, which sounds bad, but at that point, the water level or the water speed is so increased that it actually did carry everything they were dumping out to sea. Not only, it was so good, they're still using it to this day, which nobody's using. 150-year-old technology in city planning, like, that's ridiculous that they haven't updated it, but it's unnecessary. He kicked the problem's ass. And that is the story of the Great Stink of 1858 and how that could change everything. My question to you, with 45 seconds on the clock, the scientist I talked about who cut up pieces of paper along the edge of the river, that scientist is known today as the father of electricity and the father of electromagnetism, and made the first, arguably, but likely the first motor, and was a legend at the time in London. With 45 seconds on the clock, who is that scientist? A Great Stink. 1858. Alexandra, I hope your life is wonderful. Haven't had a chance to touch base. Oh, I still haven't figured out the timer. I'm sorry, guys. 27 seconds. Just always, I get a chance to talk to everyone else. You showed up late. Now I'm just saying, hey, I hope everything's lovely. 12 seconds. Let's see him. 210. We've got Edison. We've got Tesla. We've got Tesla. We've got Tesla. We've got Thomas Crapper, who was an important player in that. But Michael Faraday is the correct answer. We were looking for Michael Faraday. So Cyrus and Sid, I need your scores so I know who actually won that. I think it was Cyrus, if I remember. 40.5 to 33. So with a score of 40.5, Twitch, hurry up and tally. Let me know who won there. But with a score of 40.5, a big round of applause for Cyrus and his grand return. I guess I'll call it a grand return to trivia. Good job, Sid. Good job, Cyrus. We've got a 32. Can anybody beat 32 on Twitch? It was grand. We're all going to talk about it for months to come. 32. Well, big round of applause for Harry. If he's the only one who's going to tell, we got 22. I'm assuming it's going to Harry. Tell me if it's not, but that is what I'm going to go with for now. All right, well, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us and supporting us as we try to grow this experience. It's totally in the script to say that. It doesn't make it any less true. For all of us here at Trivia Ronin, I'm Doug Larlam. And before I say don't be shitty, which I just said, I want to tell you that we are, if you have a company event or anything and you want to hire Trivia Ronin, we do that. Don't be shitty, and I hope you learned something.